They prepare to defend their home court here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Going to bring you the NBA right here on 2K Sports. Got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Atlanta. On the wings, Korver and Carroll. Horford is out there with Muscala. And it's Teague in at the point.
He is really hard to guard. I mean, that's about all you can ask of the defense out there.
Kyle Korver really keeps his defender busy. He's great at running off screens, and that's where he gets a lot of his shots. And even when he doesn't get the ball, he occupies the defense, which is so important for his team.
And Cleveland making a change here. Perkins is checked in. Kept alive. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
And Korver really trains so that he can sustain that energy, moving off the ball.
That's one of the more impressive things about it. Not only his quick release, but the work he does prior to getting loose for those shots. It takes an awful lot of endurance, stamina, and mental toughness, Kevin. Good look. He'll make that one most of the time.
From 13. That's good from Horford on the assist by Teague. Horford's got his first points of the game.
3 straight makes to start this game. Looking good.
Blocked. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. The dish to Korver. Ring shot on the way.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Got a piece of it. Lets it go with the 3. And Smith with the block. They recover it. And stolen by Perkins. And the slam dunk by Irving.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it ties the game, Clark. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead we're right back to even.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious the defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line. The Hawks haven't been an elite team, but they do have the longest active playoff streak in the East. They've been the 7 straight postseasons, and while they haven't advanced very far, I still think there's something to be said for getting to the postseason 7 years in a row.
Snatched up. Here's Muscala. And he jams it with authority.
Look at that effort and energy as he creates the second chance and then converts.
He doesn't just convert, Clark. He converts with maximum force.
He could give lessons on the art of offensive rebounding.
Atlanta making some changes. Mike Scott comes in for Al Horford. And Tabo Cephalosha subbed in for Damari Carroll. And for the Hawks, with that playoff streak, for a team, Steve, that has missed the playoffs in the 8 seasons prior, that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta has shown consistent winning basketball now over the last, 6-7 years. They've shed some of their marquee players, suffered some big injuries, but they've still found a way to remain competitive.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside. Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Korver kicks to Muscala. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Atlanta making some changes. Eldon Brand's checked in for Muscala. Ken Bazemore comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for T.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Oh!
Are you kidding me?
That was a power punch right there.
Oh, wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Here's Schroeder. James, the pass to Irving. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Cephalosha's running. Scott kicks to Schroeder. They need this. The Hawks again can't hit.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Haywood's checked in.
And again, a few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away here.
I wouldn't be surprised, Steve. As well as they've got it working right now, that could be the case.
Now here's James. He's got 10. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, last year LeBron mentioned that he was jealous of Durant's shot totals. Just an offhanded remark by him, but it did open up some speculation by what he meant.
And you know that remark by LeBron, people weren't sure if that was a backhanded jab at KD or if he was just pointing out how he is able to score without having to be a bulk shooter.
Well, one thing is for sure, I'm not exactly sure of what his comments, how you should interpret them, but LeBron was very aware of what Durant was doing last year, and he even admitted having KD's stats sent to his phone after every game, so he was keeping track of it.
Pass to Matt. Here's Bazemore following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark, brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
That's his first personal foul.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Sean Marion, he's checked in for Cleveland. He hits the second from the line. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Mack kicks to Ontic. Passes it to Jenkins. Plenty of space. And the jumper is good. Here's Irving. He's got 6. And the pass to Marion. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
To the middle. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Here's LeBron. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up.
Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer grew up around the game. His father coached high school and college basketball for 25 years, and Mike got into coaching pretty much immediately after graduating from college. Sounded like a guy who knew what he wanted to do.
LeBron is the 3 with Thompson at the 4. Amon Shumpert is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Mozgov in the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Knocks it loose. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Muscala, he's checked in for Atlanta. Teague comes in for Mack. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, as we all know, LeBron James is now back in Cleveland, but he thinks his time in Miami will serve him well. As he said, Miami for me has been like college for other kids. I became a better player and a better man. I learned from a franchise that had been where I wanted to go. Kevin?
He knows what it takes to win it all, Doris. Now he's trying to do it back home in Ohio. Thanks. And Coach Budenholzer, 2-sport athlete at Pomona, golf and basketball, also graduated with a triple major in politics, philosophy, and economics. It sounds just like you at Arizona.
Similar, only different. But, you know, shortly after college, Budenholzer actually took over as the video coordinator for the Spurs, and that's where his career took off. He ended up spending 19 seasons alongside Greg Popovich, winning 4 titles, and now here he is coaching the Atlanta Hawks.
Kevin Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Irving.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Cleveland didn't quite meet their expectations last year, in part by how poor they shot at home. Hard to get wins when everything you put up seems to rim out.
It can be doubly defeating, Clark, with the missed shots here at home. Not only are you not scoring, but then the crowd loses interest. They get out.
That's a great point. I mean, one of the benefits of being at home is having your crowd there energized and pulling for you. And if you're not making shots, they tend to sit on their hands.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Here's Teague, following the score by Cleveland. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Swiped it away. 4-on-3 break. Knocked away. It's stolen by Amon Shumpert. And James throws it down home.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun. Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Shumpert, no good.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Yeah, he's surprised he didn't make that one because he had a pretty clean look at the hoop.
The shot by LeBron, no good. And LeBron asked who would be on his Mount Rushmore of NBA greats, Steve. He went with Larry, he went with Michael Jordan, and Oscar Robertson.
Well, you got to feel like he probably can sort of associate himself with the Big O. You know, the big body, the strength, the versatility. That's what Oscar was all about. That's what LeBron is all about. So nice to see LeBron's recognition of that era of the NBA.
Hard to argue with those selections. He also said he'd better be up there too, and I would agree with that.
He's looking for Love and finds him. Fades and shoots. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Cleveland gets called for the foul.
Tamari Carroll last season a consistent starter for the first time in his NBA career. He really turned the corner with his 3-point shot, providing a great complement to his high energy play.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Miller comes in for James. And Smith subbed in for Iman Shumpert. The Hawks trail by 9. Schroeder dishes to Horford. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Carroll known as the junkyard dog for his hustle style.
Really an athletic energy guy, Kevin. I mean, he can rebound, he runs, he finishes around the rim. Always a hard worker. So no surprise that he's been able to expand his game to be more complete offensively.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, "I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job." Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you. Here's Mozgov. Miller kicks to Dellavedova. Here's Mozgov. That one rolling around and rims out. Bazemore gets the bucket.
Great assist there. Led him to the perfect spot.
Smith outside. Out to Miller. Pulls up from the corner. Rebound, Atlanta. Horford's got 5 rebounds tonight. And he gets the bucket. Bazemore's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Dellavedova. And that's a foul. Called on John Jenkins. That's foul number 2 for him. Mozgov passes to James. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, he got right to the rim, but got hammered once he got there by the defense.
But that was a nice job taking it strong and forcing his way to the line. Well done.
LeBron James. 2 shots.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
Boy, I tell you what, when is he going to start making some?
And so we conclude the first half. Cavaliers lead by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Teague out there with Kent Bazemore. Then it's Mike Scott. There's John Jenkins. And it's Muscala in the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Hawks have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. And that one misses. Irving's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And a change for the Hawks. Korver's checked in.
The Atlanta Hawks with relatively new leadership in the front office, and the team is going in more of an analytic direction. Head coach Mike Budenholzer from his time in San Antonio, certainly well-versed in that approach as well.
The Hawks trail by 10. Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. And the foul on Mike Scott. That is his first foul of the game.
Obviously, he's not afraid of physical play, but he still needs to play in control.
And he definitely wasn't in control that time. Everybody in the building knew it was an over-the-back call.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Baralantic comes in for Muscala. And Damari Carroll subbed in for John Jenkins. That drops.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Scott. Offensive rebound. And at last, they get one to fall.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Baseline try. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Baseline J on the way. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Korver.
Fellas, that's been a go-to shot for him today.
Yeah, they found that sweet spot between the paint and the three-point line, and they're knocking a lot of those shots down.
And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. John Jenkins comes in for Damari Carroll. And it's Schroeder in for Teague.
Now, this is what happens when he gets on a roll. You are not going to see a better rhythm shooter than him.
J.R. Smith 2 years ago, 6th man of the year, Steve, and he signed a nice multi-year extension.
Yeah, but his struggles in the playoffs were a sign of things to come. He was suspended to start last season, and knee surgery in the offseason really pushed him back in terms of conditioning and rhythm.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And the issues for Smith just continued last season, and they were self-inflicted. You know, after untying Sean Marion's shoes during the free throw, the league warned him. And then he did it again the very next game. He drew a $50,000 fine as a result. Boy, that's a lot of cheese to give up for some buffoonery.
For the Hawks, Muscala, he's checked in for Baralantic. And Tabo Cephalosha subbed in for Jenkins. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Just putting on a passing display out there.
Well, just add another fantastic assist to the highlight reel for this guy.
Here's Schroeder. Kendrick Perkins grabs the miss. Perkins got 4 rebounds in this game.
And the Knicks frustrated with Smith's antics. It didn't seem like he learned from his fine. A little over a month later, he intentionally tugged down Vince Carter's headband during a game. He was asking for trouble, but the league let him slide.
Atlanta making a switch here. Max checked in. Smith with a wide open look. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Carol Antich, he's checked in for Atlanta. Here's Korver. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Rejected by Mozgov.
He's not a guy they're going to be able to count on the way he's playing in this quarter.
And he gets it to go.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Cavaliers.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Love's check in for Thompson. And Shumpert in there for J.R. Smith. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Bazemore's checked in.
Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. The coach and front office questioning the team effort level.
Cleveland leading by 17. Irving attacking. Here's Mozgov. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Mozgov's got 4 this quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
And here we go. Shumpert running it up the court. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul. This goes against Atlanta. It's his first trip to the line.
Now, last season, he made good on about 3 of every 4 free throws. Almost exactly 75%.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Al Horford, he's checked in for Scott. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Thabo Cephalosha. He ain't left here in the 3rd quarter. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Mack dishes to Bazemore. Feeds it to Horford. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. .115 left in the 3rd. And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess. Huh?
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one. Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Shelvin Mack. And Bazemore kicks to Carroll. Shoots the 3. Here's Horford. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Boy, I like the way he carved out just enough space to get his hands on the missed shot and then rattle the rim on the putback.
And the gap narrows.
They're closing it fast.
Well, that's the effort of a team ready to fight back into this game.
reversed that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
Oof. Oh, that one had it all, guys. Power and grace. Just beautiful.
And Shumpert slams it in.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think we're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. And it's Miller atop the key. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Here's Teague. He's got 6. Into Al Horford. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
The Cavaliers leading by 17. Mike Miller is out there with Tristan Thompson. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Shumpert in the 2 guard. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Thompson. And Miller with the basket on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. Horford the pass to Schroeder. Cephalosha. And he slams that one down.
Come on, fella. Power it down. That dunk was redunculous.
There was absolutely nobody that was going to get in the way of that.
Not when he's coming with that much force.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And it's rejected. But they'll get another chance. Thompson. And that one's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 19.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead. I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Miller sets a screen for Irving. Thompson with the bucket.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Rejected by Mozgov. All alone. Horford with the rebound. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. That's good. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Irving attacking. Poked away. Miller sets a screen for Irving. Shumpert gets a wide open look. And it's off from 3-point range.
And that's a shot you can't pass up. He should knock that down.
Well, this team has really been on the offensive glass here in the second half, doing an outstanding job. And that's one of the reasons they're on top.
Now, here is Miller.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now.
The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Thabo Sefolosha missed games with the calf strain last season. The Thunder, however, actually scored and defended a little better without him and Kendrick Perkins. Hard to figure.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Kevin Love's checked in for Thompson. James comes in for Miller. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And then for Atlanta, Eldon Brand's checked in for Muscala. Jenkins comes in for Sefolosha. And it's Teagan for Schroeder. His finishes can be dazzling, especially Clark at his side.
Well, you look at a guy who doesn't have the height of some other big-time dunkers, and it always looks better, and he certainly makes up for the lack of height with that athleticism.
Yeah, his leaping ability is just off the charts, guys.
And Thabo Sefolosha, Steve, a 3-and-D wing player, but his three-point percentage fell to the low 30s last season after, he had shot over 40% the previous 2 years.
And he needs that shot to be effective offensively. Spot-up shooting really is kind of the extent of his role at that end of the floor. So when he's not making that shot, it really hurts their offense.
The three from Korver. Atlanta gets it back. Here's Horford. Another shot. Can't capitalize inside.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Quick hands on the steal, quick feet on the break.
Costly mistake to fork that ball over and then not get back on D. They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Now they're feeling confident, and they're in a good flow offensively, so why not just keep firing from out there? And his confidence has come back since halftime after really a rough first 2 quarters. And every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they've played.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
Again, the Hawks score.
And so here we go, just rolling along to the finish line in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Cavaliers.
A team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for James. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
The feed now to Love. That's blocked. And it's slammed in by T. Clark, can you believe it? A point guard who can soar like that?
Man, I tell you what, that's a major elevation there. That's a power finish for a player at any position.
Mm-hmm. Well, he is not afraid to take it inside. We know that. They got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted.
If this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little, too late.
And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Perkins comes in for Mozgov. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Muscala, he's checked in for Brand. Mike Scott comes in for Al Horford. Damari Carroll's checked in for Jenkins. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Kyle Korver. And it's good.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Here's Teague. Rejected by Perkins. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Timeout called, Cleveland. They're ahead by 16. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Not sure why they're calling this timeout. The game is pretty much over.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Steve. Maybe they just want to bask in the win just a little longer, but I don't agree with it. Let's go. Get out of here.
It's stolen by Teague. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.